Good Wednesday to everybody.
Good morning.
That isn't Jim, but it's a better looking Jim. That is Rich Gunn. Yeah.
That's me.
How
baby.
are you, sir?
I'm doing well.
Rick
How are you?
Doing good. Sitting in for Jimmy today, who had other obligations. He could not make it today.
Right.
He will be back on Monday. He will be missed, but rest assured, he sent me his list, his top 5 list of movie deaths.
Did he?
He did. Yeah, he sent it to me, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, typical Jim list for me. Jim,
Yeah.
no, he's got some good ones, but
Yeah.
it was so subjective, that list. But you'll see that it's
very much so.
It was very objective. It depends on what you're talking about. But
right.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to go into a little bit about this whole Signal app and the whole security breach and the guy being texted from the Atlantic. I'm not going to go into much of it because I think it's a big nothing burger that the Democrats, of course, are trying to champion as the second coming of January 6th, which was a nothing burger. Yeah, they'll run with that to the midterms. Yep, we know that. We've got more stuff about Jasmine Crockett, our favorite.
We love her.
Congresswoman. And a response from Scott Jennings on CNN, which is just priceless. Trump signed a couple executive orders, very important ones, which I would certainly hope Congress would codify at some point.
Yes,
because again, 4 years they could all be reversed. So, but these are important and they're interesting, and it should make Adam Schiff his pants. We'll see. Hopefully,
that's
Jim Jordan.
That was a good play on words, by the way.
Thank you, brother. Jim Jordan is talking about hearings with activist judges. Yay, more hearings. We'll see what happens. So we'll go into that, and we have a couple more Tesla attacks. They're still going crazy over, Nazi Tesla drivers and Elon Musk. So all of that on another amazing episode of You're On. What is this show?
This is 2 guys and 1 coup.
I mean, the pause was not quite Jim like.
Let me do it again. 2 guys, 1 coup. Is that better?
That's way better.
Lost in the crowd, truth hides deep, burying the noise. Left hand deals lies, can't stifle the choice. Fight back rage, flames in the night. No more chains, break free from the fright. Eyes clear now, vision in the dark. We stand up, never bow to the mark. We are the storm, we are the fight. 2 guys, 1 coup, bringing light. No more lies, no more games. Stand tall in truth, break the chains. They spit and scream, push buttons in the dark. Yet we rise, never crumble in the park. Paint our faces with colors bright. March ahead in the dead of night. Shattered dreams won't silence us now. Left and right mixed poison in the vow. But we see through, we feel the beat.
Again, what a great song. Just
you know what? I say it every time, Dale.
Yeah.
But if that don't get you going in the morning, nothing's gonna.
Nothing's going to. I
mean, and that's you singing, right?
That is me. That's me singing. Yeah, that's right. It's Jim on the guitar. Yeah. Oh, our talent. If I could just sing it live here, that'd be great. But literally, it'd be embarrassing. You're the guitar player. We all know that.
I play the guitar. We should say that. I'm not the guitar player.
Oh, well, I don't know. Out of the group, out of the 2 of us, you are the guitar player.
Yeah.
I can bang out some drums for you, but on as far as that goes, you're the guitar player. Look at what a comment already. Look out, Jim. Richard gunning. Yeah, I like the play on words.
Yeah, the play on words there.
Spot on the show. Yeah. I mean, should Jim be worried? Are you?
I don't think so.
You ready full time? Take over? Or?
Yeah. No.
You can just do a solo show. 1 guy, 1 coup.
Well, 1 guy, 1 coup.
1 guy, 1 coup.
There you go.
The
Yeah.
whole thing.
I get to talk to
Oh,
myself all day. So
yeah,
If I
exactly.
get Sharon on with me, how about that?
Yeah, do that. Yeah, if you could. Yeah,
Yeah.
you think
No.
she'd come on camera?
No.
Yeah, the answer is no.
No.
The
She's
answer
in
is
the
no.
other room right now. She won't
Is she?
even come in here. No.
Oh no, because you might.
She's
might-
watching us. Yeah.
She is watching us. Oh,
Of
well,
course.
hi Sharon. Good morning. I'll say nothing negative about you not coming on camera ever.
Mhm.
We'll get her. We'll get her at the Warrior weekend. I
There you
swear
go.
we will.
Yeah.
You know, we have
So
to.
yeah, so I had a surprise visit yesterday.
You did.
I did.
Yeah,
Guess
who's
who
surprised?
who stopped at Rick Garrett?
Who was that, Rich?
One of the Coup guys.
Yeah,
One of the two guys. No, Jim showed up.
He did.
He stopped in here in Ohio and
Yeah.
on his way out of Pittsburgh going up to Cleveland and
Yeah.
stopped in and we went out to dinner and was able to come in the store and I showed him around.
Yeah.
And I think he's moving up here now.
Is he?
I think I sold him on, roasting my coffee for me. So
Yeah.
he wants to be a roaster. He's quitting the job and the Coup and coming up here.
And he's coming here. He's going to be a roaster. It's a lifelong dream. I mean, growing up as a
what he
kid.
said. Yeah.
That's what he said. So.
And then we had him over. He stopped over the house and we had some
Yeah.
dessert and coffee, of course.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
So,
of course.
Good visit.
What'd you have for dessert? Can I ask?
We had, what did we have? We had these like apple dumpling cookies.
Yeah.
It was all bought stuff. So nothing.
Oh, it was nothing.
ordinary,
Sure,
nothing that big for Jim.
Making bacon. It's just Jim.
It's just Jim.
Just
And some like I don't know, some kind of cake thing as well.
Oh, really?
But
Did he eat it all, or
he ate one piece, but we did give him some parting gifts for his drive.
you did?
to Cleveland.
Oh, well, that's nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are great hosts.
Well,
you are great
well,
people in general. So that's
whatever.
very nice of you. You guys went out to Italian. What did he eat there? That's what I want to know.
He had some kind of sausage noodle with white sauce on it.
Of course, sausage
but,
for Jim. That's
Yeah, I'm still tasting the garlic, believe it or not. So
Are you?
a little
I'm
bit.
surprised. Jim seems like the type of guy that, when you go out to an Italian place, he wants a ribeye. If we go to a steak place, he wants spaghetti
Well,
bolognese.
he's like, oh
you know?
no, I any pasta. He said is one of his best favorite meals. So,
Yeah, it's mine too. Oh,
Yeah.
and it shows. My
Yeah.
God, I could eat pasta. I could eat it every night, and I'm
Yeah, what do
sure everybody listening cares. Well,
what are you, 175 pounds soaking wet? So you can eat all the pasta you want, buddy.
yeah, well, still though, but it's all 100 of it is right around the gut. So it's really oddly shaped.
Yeah.
The older I
Just
get, so
you're tall. You're over 6 foot. So there you go.
Yeah.
So it all works.
well, I mean, yeah, but still, I'm
Us short
telling you.
guys, So
Well, I know Jim. Speaking of
Yes.
short, is
Yes.
Jim taller than you? No, he's not.
no, I don't know. He's probably a couple inches shorter, I think.
A little wider, but not
I'm not going to say that.
Jim. I mean, Rich. I don't even know what to call you.
I don't know if he's
Good-looking
listening.
Jim. I'm just going to call you good-looking Jim.
I don't know if he's listening. So
Of course he is. Well, I'm saying it.
Well,
Well, he's not listening now because he has an obligation right
because
now. at this time.
he said he had something at 10 o'clock or something like that. So
But he's got to drive home and he's going to listen to the replay. So anything we can
Right.
say about him, let's just say it because he'll hear it. We don't care.
Yeah.
I hate Jim.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. What is it? Can we ask what Jim was wearing? Like
He had his Speedos on. The
Yeah.
Great Gear Speedos.
for the Grit Gear Speedos with the lock and low bullseye.
with
on
the lack of
rear
load.
end part of it.
He looked very professional. He was in his business attire. So
Oh wow.
with his logoed polo shirt and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Good for
Mhm.
Jim.
Yeah, he
Good
looked
for
good.
Jim. I was
Yeah.
crawling around. That's good for Jim. Yeah, I was crawling around. We work for the same company, by the way. So Jim was in his nice business attire going out
Right.
schmoozing. I was crawling around a coal plant inside of a tower yesterday.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
so we weren't dressed the same.
No.
We are not the same. So
You didn't wear Grit Gear on that, did you?
I did
Oh,
not. No. I did have my company's hoodie on though. I did wear a hoodie,
Okay.
because I wear a hoodie. It's going to be 85 here today, and guess what? I'm wearing a hoodie.
Yeah, well, Jim said you keep it 65 in your house. So
I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. And my
that's
mother
why you have to
now,
wear a hoodie.
who lives with us full time, literally, I'm freezing her to death. I'm like,
I-
you have
yeah,
to step up, Ma.
I have see,
Mhm.
I have a heater right here.
Yep. Hey, Audrey. I'm sorry. Hey, Uncle
have a
Dale. You got a
heater.
heater there?
Yeah. Well,
Hey, Audrey.
it's
Glad
like
you're here.
34 degrees here.
Yeah.
And
What?
yeah, it's like I woke up, it was 30 degrees here.
See, I don't understand why anybody still lives where you guys live. Honestly, I don't understand the attraction to. I mean, is it just like, oh, it's hometown, we love it?
Well, let me know.
We've established
in July and August if you still feel that way.
I don't care. The warmer, the
when it's-
better. You know, I could run around naked like that girl in Dallas Airport yesterday.
Please.
You see that?
Yeah, but please don't. It's different when guys are naked than girls.
Yeah,
So
it is.
too much going
Well,
on.
why was she? What was wrong with her? I'm not going to play the video, obviously.
No, please don't.
Yeah, I'm not. But I was like, unbelievable. How many times have I've been in that airport? I can't tell you, 1,000 times.
Right.
I never see anybody run around naked to get on film to go
Are
viral.
you sound like you want to? Are you wanting?
Oh, I mean, I would love I would love to see that in person. I'm that guy.
You would probably grab your phone and start videoing it yourself.
I would video it.
You would
try to interview
running behind her. That's what you would be doing and trying to catch her. Yes. You would be like, honey, hang on. I'll be back.
I'd want an interview with her.
Yeah.
I'd want to say,
why are you doing this?
Why are you a Democrat? Clearly, only lunatic has got to be a Democrat. Speaking of lunatics, let's start off with our favorite lunatic, Jasmine Crockett.
Oh my Lord.
So Laura Loomer, who I think most everybody here knows, one of her reporters was simply asking her why she won't denounce or does she support the Tesla, takedown, that whole fiasco. And this is what she ended up doing. Now, what's interesting about this video, Rich, is the person who was walking with her, talking to her as they're walking back. They basically came in the building or out of a committee meeting or whatever, and they're walking down the hallway. And I'll start it and then I'll pause it real quick because you might recognize this guy if anybody watches our show and saw our interview with him. Hold on.
Hello, Congresswoman.
Horse manure.
I don't know if you saw that at the beginning. You know who that is? Right there. Yeah, right there in the brown jacket. That's Representative Tim Burchett from South Carolina, who we interviewed last Friday.
Right. I did not catch that originally.
Yeah, he is by far one of the nicest people we've ever spoke to, and so down to earth. I mean, just what a great guy. We need Congress full of him and not this trash, Jasmine Crockett. Here's let's continue. I guess you all saw what happened.
Hello, Congresswoman.
Horse manure. Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Wait, Congresswoman Crockett.
But it sounds.
Congresswoman Crockett, you were recently on a Tesla takedown call calling for violence on the
that's why it
29th.
needs to be here, right?
Would you like to clarify your comments?
So before that, you were on this Tesla takedown call.
Right.
That's supposed to happen on the 29th. I mean, I like how they announced their plans.
Right.
But surprise takedown on the 29th, they tell everybody. And he's just asking her, you were on that call. I mean, you're on a Tesla takedown call. You're a sitting congressperson.
Right.
Why is any one of them on these? Well, because they're anti-American, and that's exactly why. But here's what happened next.
As you can see.
Congresswoman, will you condone violence at the Tesla?
So that's what happened. Grab the camera, of course, they're like, oh, it was there's an assault on the cameraman. I mean, technically that is physical assault.
And they're there under freedom of speech. So I don't understand why she has a right to do that.
I don't either.
Come on.
And here's where I guess I'm having a problem with our Speaker of the House. It's fine if you want to remove her from committees, if you want to censor does nothing, by the way. That whole fiasco of censoring
it just makes them feel it's like a feel good thing. That's all. I mean,
that's all it is. Feel good when we're shaming you in front of Congress. None of it matters. Adam Schiff was censored. He's a senator now.
Right.
None of this matters. Doesn't stop them from doing what they're doing.
Right.
She literally should be physically removed from Congress. She should not be allowed to be a Congress person at all.
And all of a sudden she's just come out of the woodwork lately. She's just all over everywhere.
Yeah.
And and I said it in the comments before. And I say it again. She's a pig of a woman, and I say
A
that.
pig of a woman.
I mean, I say that in the nicest way possible.
That's the nicest way you can talk about.
I mean, she's just in everything and just dirty all around.
All around. Absolutely dirty all around is true. Scott Jennings was on CNN talking about Jasmine Crockett, and Scott Jennings is the only reason anybody, I think, watches CNN at this point. Who else?
I don't watch it. I watch clips of him. I don't.
I do too. I do too. I can't.
I love when he comes up against them. I mean,
yeah.
I'm surprised here you have him on there.
Here he has something to say about Jasmine Crockett.
The Democrats came to appoint Jasmine Crockett as the unquestioned leader of your party. But thank God. And I think what she should do is go on TV twice as much as she is right now, maybe 3 times as much. Because every time she appears and makes one of these mistakes, says something radical, it only further divides her party from the rest of the other 80% of America who can't stand this. But the problem is there's an audience for it. I heard Jimmy Kimmel's audience cheering on Tesla vandalism. I hear the Daily Show audience cheering on attacks on Elon Musk. I hear the human rights audience cheering on an attack on a man in a wheelchair. And I realize this is what the left has become. An angry mob of people who are cheering on attacks on a guy in a wheelchair and vandalism against people who bought a Tesla. It's pathetic. No lesson could ever be learned as long as you're doing these things in front of audiences who roar when you do it. When you have comedians who are broad messengers for the left making unfair jokes and people are roaring. When you have politicians being vulgar and saying it in their roaring. What's the lesson? What's the audience? It says a lot about the audience.
There's no justification for it, and that's all he's trying to do right there.
Correct.
He's trying to justify why. I mean, what Abbott was called Hot Wheels down in Texas.
Governor Hot Wheels.
You
know, I mean, so they talk about Donald Trump made fun of somebody who was disabled, which he wasn't doing. But they actually do, and there's no
recourse. There's
no recourse for it, and so like I said, I don't care what they're doing. But she's got to be removed. Speaker Johnson needs to step up and get some balls here and remove this.
Right. I want to see handcuffs. I want to see some of these people in handcuffs.
Me too.
I think that's what all of us are waiting for.
We're all waiting for
Clintons in handcuffs. I want to see Crockett in handcuffs. I want to see all these people shift in handcuffs. I want them. I mean, it's enough is enough. I mean, how much, and it's not going to be the right that starts a civil war. It's going to be the left. The left is the one's going to start a civil war if we go to that point. They're the ones.
Correct.
They're the ones burning things down. They're the ones and it's funny. Probably, I would say, this is just a guess, probably 80% of the people who bought Teslas are probably Democrat. And they're vandalizing these Teslas, which come equipped with cameras that can be all caught.
Correct.
And then Elon in 2020 was their savior.
Correct.
And then now he's anti-God. He's anybody supports Donald Trump is that person to them. Exactly.
Of all things, you call him a Nazi, you call him it doesn't matter. This just continues and continues. I want to play this real quick. So I think this was in South Carolina, but it was another Tesla owner who had his car vandalized, and the news ran a story on it there. I'll give him credit for that. But here's the thing that's going on to these people because they bought a car. Because they own a car. This is what the
world's come to.
This is what the world's come to because they bought a car. They made a choice. Yep. Right. Here.
Martinez hits the highway in his Tesla Model S.
Oh, it drives fantastic. Yeah, it's my first.
But now it feels risky to drive. Investigators say someone shot out his driver's side window with a BB gun as he drove through the town of Zebulon late Sunday night.
We have a family. We got kids, so who knows if that would have gone through and I was driving with my kids or, hit my buddy or something.
Vandalism and threats against the electric car brand continue to rise throughout the country. Authorities cracking down on public backlash against Tesla's CEO Elon Musk and his involvement with the Trump administration. FBI Director Kash Patel calls the acts of vandalism domestic terrorism, adding those responsible will be pursued, caught, and brought to justice. In Southern Wake County, Tesla owner Jeremy found the words Nazi carved in his vehicle. He purchased his Tesla in 2019 and says he's unfairly targeted.
Driving around previously, I've had folks roll coal on me or give me the middle finger or things like that, cut me off, pretty aggressively on purpose.
Pay attention. Just pay attention to your surroundings. Be careful. Unfortunately, we're just in a crazy time at the moment.
A warning from one Tesla driver to another.
You want me to pause it real
as the
quick?
electric
No, you go ahead.
vehicle brand becomes the subject of political violence.
Unbelievable.
It's.
I mean, honestly, carved Nazi in the guys, shot a BB gun. I mean, somebody will die through this all.
Exactly. Let me ask you, Dale. Do you think that? Okay, let's just take, for instance, say 65-70% of these people are Democrats that bought Teslas, and then I mean, obviously, people don't know where their political stance is when they're vandalizing these cars. Okay, so do you think the people that's getting their car vandalized, you think they're going to wake up and see that they're on a party that is not actually in line with the American people?
Correct.
I mean, do you think they will wake up and say, no, you say no. They're still gonna. How do you justify what's going on if you're that person? If I own a Tesla and that's being done to me, how do I justify it? Well, it's just freedom of speech, or
that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I mean, are they turning previous Democrats into conservatives by doing it? The Democrats.
There has to be a time where
you
they have to pause and say, okay, well, maybe we are the party of vandalizers and
destruction,
and destruction. Maybe we did do the burning during Black Lives Matter and all that kind of stuff during Trump's first administration back in 2016. Maybe it was the Democrats doing all that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I would think if it's me, I would have to start thinking about where I stand as far as what side I'm on.
That's what I said, and that's why I think after the State of the Union, the show after that Wednesday, I said if you even associate with being a Democrat, being a registered Democrat, even if you're like I vote for independents or I don't vote down party lines, if you're registered as a Democrat, you're part of the problem. You're still supporting that type of leadership and that type of destruction and that type of vandalism and that mindset. Register as an independent. Switch your registration.
You don't have to go as a Republican. Just go as an independent. Yeah.
But if you are a Democrat, I'm sorry, at this point, I literally can't have anything to do with you personally on any level.
Right.
Because you support this, because you're part of the problem.
I'd like to know what the audience thinks. I know that most of the audience is probably Republican or at least independent, and they're on the right. But I mean, should this start making people think about what side they're on? I mean, you buy something. Yeah.
There's a comment at a certain point. People who are on the fence need to put two and two together. And I assure you,
there you go.
Not equal.
And that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
At some
have
point,
to look at it.
Right.
Well, I have family members. So, I mean, Rich,
right. I have family members who are our son owns a Tesla. So, I mean, yeah,
it's not even that. I have family members who are liberal, who will never see that. I know 100%. They will not. They'll sit there and tell me like, well, yeah, I condone the violence and I don't. No, you're still part of that party.
Right.
That's your guys.
Every family has two parties within them. I mean, maybe not just immediate, but cousins or uncles or something. There's always two parties within every family. I mean, I get that. But at some point, they got to start thinking about where they're standing. I think so.
You just have to.
I mean, someone's going to die, like you said. Someone's going to get shot.
Somebody's going to die, and that's what they're hoping.
Jim and I had this talk yesterday. I think they definitely want someone to die so the left could use that as a running point, possibly.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
it is. Go on.
No, you were going to say something.
No, I'm just saying it doesn't. They don't care who dies through it all, as long as somebody dies. I think that's the whole point of it. They just don't care. They push it and push it and push it to this. I mean, they're shooting at a guy's car. You know, I mean,
Yeah, and they'll say, "Oh, it's only a BB gun. No one's gonna die." Well,
bullshit.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You're if you're
Something shatters your
exactly.
window or hits your window, you're going to
Right.
swerve. You're going to, that's not even
Exactly.
being hit by it. That's not even the point of it. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
It's
absolutely
still
ridiculous.
the act of it. And if
Mhm.
someone can use a BB gun, they'll use a 22 rifle or something.
And then they'll
you
just
know?
move up from there.
Yeah,
They'll
exactly.
just move up from there. They're already throwing Molotov cocktails. So now they're shooting at cars with BB guns. The next step is obviously a rifle, you know, I mean, and then somebody's going to be one of those guys on the side of the road just pegging off Teslas as they come through.
And you know what burns
bridge.
Exactly, like years ago when they were throwing bricks over the bridge and stuff like that. What burns me up more than anything is that the left will try to justify everything they're doing. Oh, you know, it's you know, they're you know, whatever. It needs to stop.
Yeah,
I mean,
Arya's got this hair. I mean, I'm a lefty, but only as it applies to which hand I use for most tasks. Yeah. And then she put, so that means I'm right-minded. You're right.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, by the way, for joining and contributing. We appreciate you.
Mm.
There's a bunch on here. Jim's usually grab the
I don't know.
guy.
I would do it. I don't have a way to do it. I'm
You
just
don't. I mean, we got to give you
just,
the access. We got to give you the full-blown access. I don't know why we haven't done that yet.
Over here. I'm Lee Harvey Oswald over here. Just I'll do what you tell me.
You're our Lee Harvey Oswald. You know, just blame it all on you. I'm not gonna again the whole security thing on this whole signal thing. I'm not gonna get into it. I really everybody knows what's going on with it. I will only say this that it happened. You know, it did happen. There is incompetence on that level of it happening. I get that.
Right.
We've all done things like this. Of course, I'm not tasked at the security level to not make sure it doesn't happen. So it happened. We move on. Nothing terrible was in there. No plans were. We got a leftist freaking reporter who's a Marxist communist, a Trump hater anyways.
Tell us how you really feel.
But and I'm sorry, the left, this isn't your second January 6th because it was never really a first January 6th in my mind. But this is how you're making it out to be, and you'll try to run all the way to the midterms with it. And that's all I'm going to say. They're having hearings now. Great, more hearings. But at any rate, we'll move on. Speaking of hearings, let's play this real quick. Jim Jordan is talking about the hearings with the judges, the activist judges. Here's what he had to say. We will tell you our opinion on it all, but we'll hear from him first.
Broader issue of all these judges' injunctions and then decisions like Judge Boasberg, what he's trying to do and how that case is working. We're going to have hearings on all of that.
More
because
hearings.
Particularly when you look at Judge
More
Boasberg,
hearings.
it starts to look like this is getting totally political from this guy. Particularly when you remember he's also the judge who was part of the whole Trump-Russia FISA court, granting those warrants that allowed the Comey FBI to spy on President Trump's campaign. So we're going to look at that issue as well. But hopefully we can get that bill passed next week on the House floor, move it to the Senate, hopefully get it to the president's desk.
What do you think you're going to find here? It seems to me like it's pretty black and white. You know, you go, you find the judge that's
there you go.
Oops, sorry, didn't mean to.
It's been going on for 20 plus years.
Yeah. I mean, what is the hearing for?
Right.
And I think we have the right to stop funding the federal judges too, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's true.
I think you're correct. Yes.
And what else are they going to find, Rich? I mean,
Jim Jordan, I think he's I don't know. I mean, he's got a hopefully he has a good heart. I mean, he's from Ohio. I like him, but nothing. It's almost word salad at this point. He's just constantly saying, let's more here and more here. Let's do something. Let's start arresting. Let's start removing people from Congress.
We have a short window of opportunity here. It needs to be done now.
Maybe 2 years. Maybe that's it.
2 years. Less than 2 years now.
Right.
Correct. So it needs to be done. So I want to hear his answer to what he's going to, what else are you going to find, Jim?
Yeah, that's why we want to limit it to just that jurisdiction, just the parties of the case, so it doesn't have nationwide implications. But yeah, this is the way the left operates. They go to these judges and they go after President Trump, as the speaker indicated, disproportionately more there than elsewhere. But with Judge Boasberg, think about this. I mean, I think the president, with his order on these gang members, sending him back or sending him to El Salvador, I think constitutionally is on solid ground. Article 2, Section 1, first sentence, executive power shall be vested in a president of the United States. Statutorily, the Alien Enemies Act, predatory incursion, that's certainly what this was. Gang members coming here illegally doing terrible things. And then finally, you got this judge saying this crazy decision, turn the plane around, bring the bad guys back to America. That makes no sense. So when you look at all that, coupled with this judge's history with the FISA court, with the sentence he gave to Kleinsmith, the lawyer, Kevin Kleinsmith, who altered the document in front of the FISA court, it really starts to look like Judge Boasberg is operating purely political against the president. And that's what we want to have hearings on, this broad issue and some of what Judge Boasberg is doing. And so we're going to start those next week, and we think Senator Grassley is going to do the same.
Great.
Yeah.
So what is that all going to end up being, Jim?
Probably nothing.
Probably nothing. We're going to have hearings. We're going to have more hearings.
More hearings. You know, how deep is this corruption? I mean, how deep does this all go?
Exactly.
Quit talking.
Darna's right.
Yeah. Do something.
Quit talking tough and do something. We've heard enough. I heard it back. You know, I thought at the time when this happened, I thought Trey Gowdy spoke very well. I thought he was going to get shit done. I thought Devin Noonan was going to get crap done. I'm still thinking Jim Jordan's going to eventually get something done. I'm hoping Attorney General Bondi steps up her game and gets crap done. You know, again, how come we always got to really pussyfoot around all these issues as Republicans, but everybody else, you know, I mean, they had Donald Trump in court, for the love of God. They got mug shots of Donald Trump. We've got nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And, you know, and you could argue the point that we are all talk, at least Democrats do stuff.
At least they get it done.
Whether
they're
burning down buildings or something, they're doing something.
They're doing something.
Whether it's illegal or not, they're still doing something.
They're doing something. We're doing nothing.
And and granted, I am not in any way advocating to go out and do something illegal.
Of course not.
I want everything to be above reproach. I want it to be above everything. But we need to start doing something and quit the word salad. Blah blah. Yeah. So tired of politicians.
Dad, blah blah blah. So tired of politicians. They are no better than used car salesmen. Worse to me. At least the used car sale. You know, I might get away. I might actually get something in return. What am I getting in return for these guys? So far, nothing. You know, enough talk. And
right now, Trump has enough surrounded around enough good people surrounded around him to get some things done.
Yeah,
let's do it. Right.
Correct. Truthful Troll has this to say, and I don't disagree. This is a dangerous territory. If the left gains power, they'll use the same logic to target conservative judges. If there is a legal merit, just let the process play out. Ignore them. You have every right. That's the legal merit. You can, and he is, you know. But no, you're not wrong there on that comment. But the left will not only do that, they'll actually make it happen.
Exactly.
You know,
and I think that's all we're saying is make it happen.
Make it legally. Make it happen legally, because there is legal ramifications for all of this. There's precedent set on all this. Take the action and get it done. Rich, real quick here, I want to play. It is Warrior Shield weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, Wednesday. So I do want to play the little ad that's for the Warrior Shield weekend that's coming up in September. If we can do that, a couple minutes, and we will be right back. We got a lot more show to go, don't we?
Absolutely. Yeah.
We're having fun without Jim, aren't we?
We always have fun. Always.
Just kidding, Jim. I love you, brother. Miss you.
Jim.
Can't wait till you get back. He'll be back Monday. But here's Warrior Shield. We'll be right back.
The Warrior Shield Foundation proudly presents Warrior Weekend, a 3-day event from September 5th through September 7th at the Rosen Center in beautiful Orlando, Florida, which honors and supports the Corporal Chad Eric Oleg Schlager Foundation for PTSD, raising awareness and resources for its vital mission to help our most valuable heroes, our veterans, This powerful weekend will feature live performances by country music recording artist Ryan Weaver.
It's a long way to home, but you won't take the hard road all alone.
American Idol runner-up Bo Bice.
Tired of looking down roads, wondering what I gotta do, who I'm supposed to be. I don't wanna be anything other than me.
Christian contemporary and country artist Natasha Owens.
God and country strong, give me a cowboy who knows left from right from wrong.
Florida native and national recording artist Sean Holt. In addition to all of the musical artists performing at the event, meet John Tig Tigan and Dave Boone Benton. Two true American heroes who stood their ground and defeated armed terrorists on September 11th, 2012 in Benghazi, Libya. Not only can you meet Tig and Boone, but you can spend the day at the range, shooting and learning from the best of the best. Another hero that you will not want to miss is Colonel Gregory Gadsden, an American actor and motivational speaker, and a retired colonel and former commander in the United States Army. Colonel Gadsden is also a bilateral, above-the-knee amputee who served in the Army for 25 years of active duty as a field artillery officer. Nowhere else will you be able to meet this all-star lineup while supporting our veterans and first responders. This is an event of a lifetime, and one you do not want to miss. Get your tickets now, online, at warriorshield.org, and support those who fought and sacrificed so much for all of us.
Yes,
That
indeed.
is right.
Yeah.
Go
Give
on.
me a minute here, Dale. I'm going to toot your horn a little bit here. For people who don't know, Dale put that together for Warrior
thank you,
Shield.
sir.
Well done. Being the treasurer of Warrior Shield Foundation, it's exactly that. We are a foundation for foundations. All the money that comes into Warrior Shield eventually goes back to a recipient of that year, and it's Corporal Chad O this year. So if you can donate, we appreciate it. Every little bit helps. It does cost to put on the event, especially with a lineup like Ryan, Bo, Natasha, and Sean. And Sean, I think, is going to come on your show.
April 23rd. April 23rd, our third Warrior Shield special evening episode, which is 6 p.m. Sean and Chance will be here, and you're more than welcome to hop on too. The more the merrier.
And what a super nice guy. We all met him last year at the event. Chance found him just when he went out to eat, and he was playing at this local pub that they went to, and that's how they found him, and invited him to come, and he showed up by himself. This year he's going to have his whole band there, I believe, and play a whole set. So looking forward to that. And if you haven't heard of him, he is going to be somebody I believe is going to be pretty big. He is.
I think so too.
Great voice, very talented. I mean, plays the
very talented.
His take on music is wonderful.
It's
you heard that little tidbit of him. He's got a wonderful
voice. Yeah, he's incredible.
All
even better live.
Yeah, a great guy too. So we appreciate what he's done. And Natasha, first time for this, and that came through you guys. So thank you again for that. Introducing us to Natasha, and we're looking forward to her being there
too. She's just an amazing human. The crazy part about it is just all these people are just such great human beings. I mean, they just make the world better.
And you know, and if you went to any arena to see these four people, it'd be a $300 show, $200 show. And you can actually see these guys for under $50 if you just come to the concert.
Just come to the concert if you want, and why not? Why not? If you can get it down to Orlando in September,
right?
Perfect time to go. Great venue, great people, great cause.
And it's such an event. It's very family oriented. I mean, you will meet these people. They come. It's this. You can get right up to the stage. You can talk to all these people afterwards.
Oh, yeah. This is a very personal event.
Very personal. There is no. We're all family, as you and Jim both know that we kind of initiated in our family last year.
Unbelievable.
You're part of our family. You come down, you become part of the family.
And it's amazing the people that have come back year after year after year after year and all that because of that, and we are now those people, and it's going to be absolutely incredible. It's a never miss for us.
And our business Grit Gear got involved basically the same way you did. We through Ryan Weaver, I met Chance and we came down and we've been coming ever since. And that was
amazing.
2021 we started and been coming ever since.
Yep, and they're just incredible people. Thank you, by the way, Tarna. Very well done, Dale. So thank you, Rich, for.
I know you don't ever say it, but he did the Grit Gear and Lock and Load one too, guys. So
I got to improve the Lock and Load one. My apologies still for that.
Yeah, that one stinks. No, I'm kidding.
So, and as well, what you guys do for vets is cool. Thank you, Truthful Troll. It's not just cool. It's necessary. It's required. It's an obligation to all of us.
And a lot of people from the recipient last year of Sub-Zero coming down and going to help out as well. So
that's amazing.
They were the recipient last year.
Yep.
So
correct.
Anyways, okay.
Yeah. Great cause. WarriorShield.org. Go to WarriorShield.org. There you can get your tickets or you can donate and you can learn all about the event and book your hotel rooms through there. Cheap rates. So there's really no reason not to go.
This is I don't know, 5-star hotel basically. This
is a resort.
I mean, you stay in the resort, you stay in the hotel, and everything's there. You never have to leave. You never have to go outside.
Nope.
There's a nice big size swimming pool outside. You can. There's restaurants there, and the concert, the event, and the gala is all under the same roof.
It is. Yep. So, you don't have to go anywhere. But it's perfect. It's absolutely the perfect location. It was great job, Dale. Boy, that was hard to say. Thanks. I know. I know it was. We're moving on now. Thank you, though, everybody, and thank you, Rich, for the work you do with Warrior Shield, and that's not for Grit Gear Apparel and Lock and Load Coffee too.
Yes,
that's really it's full circle. It helps you. It helps the community. It helps Warrior Shield. Helps you to provide the church and all that for the Warrior Shield Foundation.
Right. And anytime you buy from Grit Gear or Lock and Load, that's the foundation that we give back to is Warrior Shield. So a portion of everything eventually filters back down to Warrior Shield for this event. So whether it's we donating the whole shirts for that weekend, which we do, we do gift baskets, we do a lot for that. And our time is donated as well. So
correct. Yep. It's wonderful. Great job that you and Sharon do as well. Just truly amazing people. So doing the necessary work, honestly, that we should all be doing for our vets and first responders, Gold Star families, you name it, and other charities that deserve it, like Corporal Chado. So let's move on. We're going to President Trump signed a couple executive orders yesterday. I think
just a couple
ones. Yeah, well, just a couple more.
What's he up to, like 300?
Yeah, he's up to that. But before I play those, he had something to say about voter integrity and ballots and all that. I want to play that, then we'll get into the executive order on it. But here, listen to this.
Another thing, I just before we leave, I think you should do this. For my safety and security and for the good of our nation, you should do it anyway, regardless, even if it costs 10 times more. But it actually costs you just a tiny fraction. If you went to paper ballots and you're voting, and I would hope that every Republican would. So it costs exactly 8% of what the machines cost. These machines, they get something going.
That's insane.
They get business. It's amazing. So paper ballots, and paper is very sophisticated today. Paper, it's called watermark. It's impossible to copy, impossible to cheat. It's actually hard to believe that a piece of paper is highly sophisticated. but it's watermark, and it's very, it's amazing, actually, when you see it. You can't cheat. But if you went to paper ballots and same-day voting, and if you went to voter ID, and also one other thing, you want a proof of citizenship. Those four things: proof of citizenship, voter ID,
common
paper
sense.
ballots, one-day voting.
You would think it is, right? It is.
You would think that would be common sense, right?
I mean, why would anybody be opposed to those four things? Seriously.
Because, well, you know,
well, they want to cheat. They want to
they-
bring illegals in and vote.
I can't justify. I can't think that somebody who wants to burn down a Tesla, you know, charging station has the good sense to think, hey, we should, you know, have free and fair elections. So that's not what anarchists and fascists do. They don't care about that. So yeah. So it doesn't matter. But he did sign an executive order on voter integrity, and these are the things that need to be codified by Congress. I mean, they need to become law 100%. Because again, 4 years, just turn right around and off it goes. But I'll play this comment here first, and then we'll get at that from Emsdad. Paper ballots are a great question, though. Who would be counting? I agree. People, I'm assuming people who vote. You're not wrong. It's not always, and we've said this since 2020.
It would be a machine counting them, and
it's not the ballot; it's who's counting the ballot. That's
right.
true too.
Yeah.
But the good first steps are paper ballots, same day voting, voter ID, proof of citizenship, common sense, everything you would think we already had in place in our nation, right?
Right. And right, and there shouldn't be anybody that should be excused from going unless you're military overseas.
I agree.
Or if you're elderly and not able to get out.
That's true. I'm not against the mail.
I don't care if
if
you got the cold. You still got to go.
You got to go.
You got to go. And you know, JD Vance came out. He wants to. I agree with this too. Make that every fourth year Tuesday on election. Make it a holiday. Just make it a holiday. And I get people
holiday.
like, oh, I got to pay someone to go vote. Well, you know what? The integrity of our country is important too.
You're right.
Know?
Yeah. And there's still going to be police that are working. There's still going to be hospital.
Right.
All the first responders will be working. We get that. It's like any federal holiday.
Right.
You know, there are police that work on Christmas, by the way. You know, that's those kind of things, you know, early voting or a mail-in ballot or something like that.
I suggest that the polls should be open early.
Yes.
And stay open late to accommodate anybody's work schedule. So
anybody's work schedule, whatever.
If you're open at 4 a.m. or whatever, you get someone on third shift, they can catch it on the way home. If you're on first shift, you start at 6 o'clock, you can go before, get up and go
afterwards if it stays open until 8 or 9.
Yeah. And then if you're on second shift, you can catch that.
I mean, it already takes 2 weeks for Arizona to count there. So I mean, why not?
The Commonwealth states don't know how to vote. I mean,
no, they don't.
Count. They don't know. How to count.
They just do not.
I'm sorry, Pennsylvania and Virginia.
You're right.
But Pennsylvania, and they just don't. I mean, I don't get it.
I don't get
Florida. Your state, they're done at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you know the results immediately.
Yeah.
You know, it's ridiculous. Well, you know, because it's on purpose, it's by design. But
you think
here's
so?
I think whoever's
I
in
agree.
charge,
Yeah.
I think you got a Governor Shapiro who's shady in Pennsylvania, anyways. I mean, he's a scumbag. You know, he's not going to want to, go down that route. I think he was a big part of the whole 2020 election fraud in Pennsylvania.
Put Atkins' comment.
This one.
Yes,
it's one day out of the year. Companies can afford the holiday. Agreed.
Exactly.
It's their duty.
And we own 2 businesses, and I would give my employees off.
Sure. Yep. That's right.
Go vote
for that. To go vote.
Yeah.
Well, because you care about
or a half a day.
integrity.
You can give them a half a day off. Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
Or you're working. I want you to go vote while you're working. Whatever. Take an hour, 2 hours.
If you got to take extended lunch, whatever. If it's
just
long lines and you can't get back in time after lunch, then fine.
There'd be people that would abuse that and say, "Oh, it's a free day off. I'm not going to vote. I don't care to vote."
Yeah,
and then they're the ones that complain about what the election results are.
Well, those are the ones throwing Molotov cocktails at Teslas. So, but here's the executive order Trump signed.
An executive order for your attention on the very important subject of election integrity. We believe that this executive order is the farthest reaching executive action taken in the history of the Republic to secure our elections. Among numerous other aspects of this executive order, this is going to cut down on illegal immigrants on the voter rolls, ensure that the Department of Homeland Security and the data that they have available is being fully weaponized to ensure that illegal immigrants aren't voting. This will include a citizenship question on the federal voting form for the first time. This executive order instructs the EAC to cut federal funding to states that don't take reasonable steps to secure their election. This calls on the Department of Justice to vigorously prosecute election crimes, particularly in states that we don't believe are in compliance with federal law around election integrity. I could go on and on for a while, sir, but the compliance with National Election Day rules, cracking down and investigating and prosecuting foreign interference in our elections, revoking President Biden's Executive Order 14019, which essentially weaponized government to corrupt and pollute our election process. There's a lot in here, but we believe that these are very important steps that we need to be taking as an administration at your direction to ensure that our elections are as secure as they possibly can be.
Okay, you all understand that? Yes.
Yes.
Election fraud. You've heard the term.
You've heard the term.
Ended.
You've heard the term.
At least this will go a long way toward ending it. There are other steps that we will be taking in the coming weeks, and we think we'll be able to end up getting fair elections. Perhaps some people think I shouldn't be complaining because we won in a landslide, but we got to straighten out our election. This country is so sick because of the election, the fake elections and the bad elections, and we're going to straighten it out one way or the other.
Hey, he's using a real pen.
Yeah, it's not auto pen. Yeah.
And it's an honor to sign this one.
Yep.
To sign all of them, but to sign this one is a great honor.
Exactly.
Yep. It's very important. Now put it into law, Congress.
Yeah, put it in law. And if it goes to law, can a next president?
No, it'd have to go to a vote then. It'd have to be
right.
Again, putting things into law takes a certain percentage of
Congress
right in order to do that.
Yeah.
So that's why right now, at least the election integrity portion of it all for the midterms could help.
Right.
We just need to get a super majority. I don't know if that'll happen. Who knows what'll happen? I mean, the Dems sure are playing their lying games in order to make sure it doesn't. But here's a couple comments on that from Zach. Cut down on illegal voting. Dems heads exploding shortly after hearing that. That's true. EO handler guy just about put me to sleep. I know the executive order is going on and on and on, but it's important to hear it's nice to hear what's in it, that's for sure. And this one, what I would give to have penmanship like that. I know his signature is spot on, isn't it?
I can't even. I know what he's writing, but I don't see it. So I mean, I mean, it's who writes like that? He's like a pantograph almost. Where someone else is doing his arm.
I know.
He's got this penmanship that's it's crazy.
It's incredible. It's John Hancock like.
I sign like a doctor. Mine just.
Oh, I know. Mine's terrible too. He did sign another executive order yesterday, which I think is very interesting too. And I think the timing's amazing because it's literally basically a week or so after Dan Bongino took the assistant FBI director position.
Right.
And he has been championing this for a long time. So I think this is part of that.
Okay.
But let's hear this one.
We have a presidential memorandum for your attention.
And sorry, Dad. He's speaking again. The executive order guy. But we just got to sit through it. It's important.
How would you like that job for this year?
Yeah, I know. That guy's voice probably hurts. He signed so many.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Here, let's listen to this one.
Yes. This memorandum requires the immediate declassification of all FBI files relating to the Crossfire Hurricane investigation. This was obviously one of the instances of the weaponization of law enforcement powers of prosecution against you and others. We believe that it's long past time for the American people to have a full and complete understanding of what exactly is in those files.
Which gives the media the right to go in and check it. You probably won't bother because you're not going to like what you see.
Yeah.
But this was total weaponization. It's a disgrace. Should never happen in this country. But now you'll be able to see for yourselves, all declassified.
Here you go, sign it again.
Is that correct? Would
Yes,
you
sir.
say? All declassified?
Yes, sir.
Everything?
The FBI file with there's a classified annex, but other than that, we'll put everything in the public eye.
Will you?
Yeah.
Is anybody going to look? What about you? You going to look?
Is he pointing at CNN, you think, there? Or?
Oh, I'm probably.
Frankly, the FBI should be ashamed of themselves, and so should the Department of Justice, and so should Biden.
China. Biden.
He's right, and he's right about that. Is anybody going to look? Are you going to look? No. You going to report on it? No. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That's their jobs. That's their jobs. They're supposed to. They're supposed to report on it. I mean, that's what the media is supposed to do. They're supposed to bring the information to the public. But
they are. But nobody's going to look at it. Here, a couple more comments. Trump's signature looks like the results of libs taking lie detector tests. You know,
that's a good point. Yeah, that's funny.
It's a good point. That's a good one, Emstead. You're right. It does look that like that. That's for sure.
I was thinking like a pantograph where write it small and it writes bigger over here, but that's better.
That's a good one. Trump slamming the media makes for a great day. There is no doubt about
it. You gonna
that.
report on it? Are you gonna report?
Yeah. And the winner goes to M's dad.
Yep.
It look like that. Yeah, I like this too. You're right. Oh, sorry. Anyone gonna look? Crickets. Did you hear it? Yeah.
Right. No one said yes, or they just were silent.
I mean, they're literally like nothing. I mean, they will scream questions at him in there, and then all of a sudden he asks a question about that.
Yeah.
Dead silence.
If I'm sitting there, I'm like, yes, Mr. President, I'm going to definitely look at it, and
of course I'm going to.
I'm going to report on it. I'm going to yes.
Yeah. But nobody said anything. Well, where would they get their money from? You know, if they start reporting the truth, you know, they got a Democratic stronghold on the lies. And so, anyways, so that's that's kind of the news and what's going on today. Guess what time it is, folks?
Is it that time?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's that time. It goes by quick, doesn't it? I'm such a joy to be around that time flies.
Is that what I thought? It was the other way around. I thought it was that it was a joy to be around me, Dale. That
it is too. I think together it's just a pure joy. Everybody loves it. Our top 5, very subjective.
This was very subjective, and you threw it at me, and I'm like, "What?"
I threw it at you, and you asked questions. You
I asked questions like,
"Is
it like the most surprised, most not see it coming?" So I mean, you could go down a rabbit hole as far as what you were gonna list.
Correct. It's top 5 movie deaths. So for those of you that are just joining us or didn't know what today's was, but that could be a series of different things. I mean, you texted me and said Bambi's your number 1, and
is it cartoons? I mean, you know, come on, everybody when you were a kid, Bambi, that was hard.
Sad.
To take, right?
Old Yeller was terrible. Terrible death.
Come on,
Old Yeller. That's the worst to me of all of them.
By the bear, or was it a bear?
Know. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
They had to shoot him.
They had to
shoot the kid.
The boy. They sent the boy out there.
Sent the boy out to do it.
There.
Yeah, that's how he became a man.
Yeah. And does Shane die at the end of the movie? Shane, come back.
I know. We don't know. we don't know. We'll never know.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday, so I get to go first.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. Monday, Jim goes first, and you're better looking, Jim, but you're Wednesday. You want me to play yours first? I could play yours first.
No, you go ahead.
And then we'll do ours. And then Jim sent me his.
Anyways.
Yeah. We can do in absence. Jim sent me his.
Okay, we can do Jim's in between ours if you want.
We could do that. Yeah, we do Jim's in between.
Or you can do his first if you want.
No, it's Wednesday. He doesn't get to go first. I don't care if he's not here. There's no respect on that. You want to go first and argue your case? Show up. That's the first thing you have to do at court, is show up. So let me go. Top 5 movie deaths.
That's
of all time.
All right.
I mean, all time. Not just.
Is it all time?
Oh, I mean, all time.
I did not know it was all time. I thought it was just okay. Now I have to change my list.
This is a tough one. I mean, because it's very. It can be descriptive or it can be very subjective, right?
Yeah,
So
like
my 5, Billy Costigan from The Departed, Leonardo DiCaprio.
That was that scene.
That was a shock. The elevator opens, bam.
Yeah, and then
I mean, I just was
die right there.
3 people, like right there,
all in the head. I'm like,
I know,
but Leonardo DiCaprio, that was the most shocker.
That was a great scene. That was a great.
Oh my gosh, that was
great movie. What a great.
That was shocker. Movie. That was on. You didn't see that coming.
You didn't.
Maybe you did, but you didn't see it coming.
I mean, he it's like, how long can he live? I mean, like, what's going on? Does the guy make it? Does he? You know, I mean, I thought he was going to be dead 30 times in that movie, right? So,
and you could argue the end of that movie too. I don't know if you have that on your list, but the end of the movie with Matt Damon.
Yep, exactly.
With Mark Wahlberg.
Mark. Yeah. That's right. That
God.
one too. I don't have it on my list, but that one too.
That one too. You know? That was like, now that one, he goes to pet the dog and then
great movie. Great movie.
Okay.
Anyways,
that's a good one.
My number 5. My number 4 is, so a lot of people have this higher, but Sonny Corleone in The Godfather, played by James Caan.
Yes.
Just a great scene.
Yeah, and we talked about that off air, but yes, that
and really sets the tone for the rest of the whole movie.
And you got to remember, back in the 70s, James Caan was
big,
a pretty well-known actor. Not that he wasn't
star
when he died, but
yeah,
he was a big star, and they killed him off pretty quickly.
In a 3-hour movie.
Yeah,
I mean, pretty quickly. So I was very surprised it was him.
And very abruptly. I mean, he had no chance of surviving that.
No chance of surviving that scene right there. But that is my number 4. Number 3, Quint in Jaws.
Yeah, you know.
So not that it was surprising, not that it was anything else. It was just, he was such a good character. And that scene was, it's just the way he should have gone out, to be honest with you.
Robert Shaw's good. I mean, I liked him in the what was the movie with Robert Redford and oh gosh, the Sting.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
No, the Sting. He was in the Sting.
He was in the Sting. He was in that.
I liked him in that. But
that's right, he was.
He was the guy that
Redford and Newman. Paul Newman.
Paul Newman. Thank you.
Yep.
And Robert Shaw in Jaws, I agree. That one almost made my list. That was as a kid seeing that.
Yeah.
That was
you're right. I mean,
the blood shooting out of his mouth.
Yeah.
When he got chomped on, that was oh my god.
It was great.
That was hard as a kid. Yes.
Yep. It was a great scene and shot off the coast of where I live, in the Gulf of America, by the way. So it's that was just a great scene.
It was
number 2.
Scene.
Tony Montana, Scarface.
Hello to my little friend.
I knew the story. I mean, it wasn't the original Scarface, so there was a movie before that. So you knew how it was going to end. It was just a well done scene to me. So the death scene to me was great. Yeah,
but you knew that was coming. You
knew it was coming. It
wasn't a shocker. It wasn't a shocker.
No shocker.
It was. We knew that was coming, and
absolutely.
He went out in a blaze of glory.
He did. That's right, and it was just like typical. Al Pacino fashion and great movie again. Yeah. So I think basically I have 3 kind of drug mafia movies on my list.
Well, what are you trying to tell us, Doug? Do we need to get you help?
Say hello to my little friend. Just wait. So number 1 for
before you go there, and that was Michelle Pfeiffer's first movie, I believe. So
I think was it her first movie?
I think so. She played in Grease 2, but I think that came after this movie.
Oh,
she could be wrong, and I'm sure someone will let me know if I'm wrong. But I think
maybe not.
I think that was her first movie. I think.
Wow. Yeah, could be. Great job. Phenomenal movie. Oh, it's just great. I can watch it over and over again. That's kind of how I base these things too. But I still know the scene's coming. I still love it at the end. And my number 1 was Saving Private Ryan, Captain John Miller, Tom Hanks, his death scene. Yeah. Right. To me, because you always thought going through it was a great. Yeah, but it was great. You always thought he was the one at the gravesite, right? Visiting.
Right. In the beginning of the movie, you thought that was Tom Hanks looking at Private Ryan.
Ryan.
You thought it was
the
opposite.
And so then when the death scene happened, and then obviously you find out it's
Matt
Private
Damon's
Ryan.
Character, right.
Yeah. And it was just like a great scene.
Yeah. And in that movie, The which didn't make my list, but it's one that I would give an honorable mention to, is the slow knife death scene.
Yes.
From the guy from Friends, the roommate from Friends. He was
Yeah.
That was a brutal killing. I mean,
was a
just
brutal killing.
that knife.
And there was I could have had some killing. I could have had some death scenes from like Inglorious Bastards on there. Great movie.
Reservoir Doors.
There's so many. I mean, it's just hard to really pinpoint which one you want. I just thought from the storyline to the acting, that had to be my number one, and again, I'm not like a big Tom Hanks supporter guy.
No, we're not saying we support pedophiles or anything.
Right. That's right. So that
I'm not saying that Tom is, but
that is my top 5. We got some.
It's a good list. It's a good list. I think I agree with all of those. There was nobody on. I mean, how do you disagree with a movie death? I mean,
honestly,
they're all memorable. They're all
they're all
at the
and
point
to each person. It's different for each person,
right?
But
because it depends on how you approached it, whether it was shocking or most. Didn't see that one coming, or most gruesome.
Yes.
I mean, Drew Barrymore in Scream, people would probably put that on. Stuff like that. Yeah.
And some of these death scenes I wish were real, but I'm not saying I advocate for killing. I do not. I mean, just some of them.
Just some.
Some of them. I didn't say which one, so I'm not advocating for any of it. I'm just saying some of them.
You're advocating for death.
Well, I'm advocating for but not, I don't want anybody, I don't want any harm coming to anybody. I'm not a
no.
Absolutely.
All right, you want to do Jim's?
Well, I'm going to do a couple of listeners.
Absolutely.
So here, Aiken put up. He said, "My 5 in no particular order: Gabriel Martin, the Patriot, Captain Miller, Saving Private Ryan, William Wallace, Braveheart. Great scene. I know. Should have
freedom.
Yes, great scene. Girl in Red and Shin,
Jim
which
Coffey
was the most amazing scene in that movie.
Right,
and then John Coffey, Green Mile. That was a great death scene. Yes, 100% agree with this list.
Yeah, it wasn't a shocking when you knew it was coming. But
No. Again, not shocking.
He went willingly, and it was. He wanted that. He wanted it, and
he wanted
what was going on inside.
It's just crazy.
Probably one of what's his name's best movies. The guy, what's his name, that wrote that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. Up in Maine, he lives up in Maine.
Yep.
Gosh, why can I not think of people?
Stephen King.
Thank you. I even met him, and I can't think of him.
Yeah.
He came to one of our
lunatic,
shows.
And again, a Tom Hanks movie, by the way, Green Mile.
Yeah.
We're giving him a lot of attention. But here's Tarna's list. The Green Mile, John Coffey, Braveheart, The Patriot, Saving Private Ryan, Cold Mountain, Inman. Cold Mountain.
I'm not sure if I've seen that one. Cold Mountain
either.
Wait a minute.
I must have. I probably.
I know I have. I don't remember the. How do I not? The opening scene. That's probably why.
Yeah.
Or no, Saving Private Ryan in opening scene when they got off when they come onto the beach.
Correct.
That was crazy.
I can't disagree with her list. I just don't know. I'll have to look up what Cold Mountain. I don't know why I don't. It's not coming in my brain.
Yeah. And then Gabriel, Heath Ledger, get the sword put in him. Yeah,
I know.
After they burned the church with the people,
it
was
incredible.
Didn't really
set
see
the tone
that
for
coming.
the rest of the movie,
right?
That's the whole.
Well,
part
and
of it.
you could argue about his young boy in the beginning too.
Mm-hmm.
Mel Gibson's young boy getting killed as well.
Oh, you're right. Here's a top 5 suggestion for future shows. Actors who nailed their roles, can be TV or movie. I'm writing it down because
that's a good one.
Oh, that is a good
nailed
one.
their roles.
That's a good one.
Wow.
I mean, if I think of Bryan Cranston as Walter White in Breaking Bad, he nailed that role.
Well, yeah. So I mean, he.
Yep, TV or movie. Yeah, we'll do that.
You can say Dexter. What's his name?
You can think Dexter, and then there's all sorts of, this Cold Mountain, Nicole Kidman, Jude
I knew
Law.
it was Nicole Kidman.
Okay,
I knew it was that. I just can't.
Who made my top 5 most hated actress list? Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman.
So that's
she's a horrible actress.
I think she's a horrible actress.
I think she's horrible.
Yeah, I do too. Let's read Jim's here, and then we'll get to yours, Rich.
Jim. Yeah, let's do it.
So he has Gilbert Kane, Alien. Now he wrote the. I don't know
that's
who.
Where that's the one. The alien comes out of his. Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
I mean, classic scene again.
Yeah,
I mean, Goose in Top Gun.
Yeah, that was didn't really see that one coming.
You didn't see that one coming.
No,
so Private
right.
Relish Saving Private Ryan.
Yes,
so,
that's the
knife.
slow. That's the slow
knife scene.
Oh, and if you've not seen that, go watch that scene. And it'll give you the EG.
It was well done
because the guy from Friends, the roommate that Chandler was afraid of.
Yeah,
is the one that gets, I don't know his name, but he's the one that gets killed in that scene. And and he's yelling like, "Oh, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do this. We don't have to."
It's just it's powerful
very,
scene.
very
His number 2 is Hans Gruber, Die Hard. So
where he falls out of the
window. I've always told him, I said, the reason I love that scene more is because they told him, on 3 we're going to drop him,
but he
and
dropped
on
him
2
on
they did,
or
1 or 2 or something like that, and then just immediately.
And he only dropped like about 10 feet. It wasn't that far, but he was not expecting to be.
He was not expecting it at that time, which was great.
Was real. So that was a real look. Yeah,
look of like, surprise and shock.
And that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to make sure they got.
It was great scene. Great scene. And then his first is Sonny Corleone, Godfather.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's probably on a lot of people's list because Sonny was such a good character on there, and he only got killed because he beat up what's his name?
That's right.
In front of everybody and embarrassed him. So anyways.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. Hey, guess who's top 5 it is now. It's time for Riches. Let's do this.
Okay, number 5. Yep. I didn't put 1 on 5. I did the whole movie. If you've not seen The Happening for number 5, the whole thing is disturbing. It's
you were explaining it to me.
Oh my gosh. It's a movie I will never watch again. Mark Wahlberg stars in it, and it's about the plants that sends this aura out and makes people kill themselves. Probably the worst scene in it, as far as if I had to pick one, would be where the guy starts up this commercial big size lawnmower, lays down in front of it, lets it run over him, chops them up. I mean, but there's so many scenes where they jump out of windows and drive car. It's a sick movie. So I put that the whole movie.
The whole movie. No, that's
the whole movie.
The whole movie's just
the whole movie's
death
about death.
After
it's all about death.
Death.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, number 4.
Let's see. Your number 4
is Sonny. Yep. I mean, James Caan, love him in several things, but he was a young actor in this one. And, like I said, he was killed early and just shot up. Shot up to pieces. I mean, the car blows up behind them. They get out of the car. They don't even go up to him. Yeah,
they get back in. It's like, no, that's like
nothing. He's
gone. He's got 200 bullet holes in him.
That's my number 4. My number 3.
Oh, so you had that too?
Yeah, Leonardo in The Departed.
That's
I mean, that elevator scene. First time watching that, I probably reran it 6-7 times, and I just see what I just saw, and the special effects on that were
me too. So that's
phenomenal.
Why I paused it. And I'm like watching it, and I'm like,
the special effects are phenomenal in that scene.
Phenomenal.
Looks like he really
got shot.
All 3 of them. I mean, and Matt Damon is so ruthless. He shoots the guy that saved his life. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then he goes and gets killed a few minutes later. Oh my gosh. What
crazy ending.
When you're killing these stars. I guess I just wasn't expecting it. And I'm like, wow, that was disturbing. Disturbing. Yeah.
Very
so that was my number 3.
Good one. Good choice. Number 2, Joe Pesci, Goodfellas.
Oh, Goodfellas.
Great
the whole movie. If you,
I mean, you have 3 mafia movies in here. Too,
I did because there's a lot of killings in those movies.
So it's because they're great. They're great.
Joe Pesci. How am I funny? How am I funny? Am I funny?
Am I funny? Do I amuse you?
Do I amuse you?
Yeah.
It's just the scene. He, obviously he thinks he's getting moved up in the
ranks,
in the ranks, and they take him to a empty room and shoot him in the back of the head. But just before he gets shot, he's like, "Oh, what did he say? Like, oh no, or something he knew.
Something very, very, very like,
yeah.
oh.
So just the scene, I guess, when I saw that, I'm like, oh man,
yeah,
that
great.
was. And then what's the name? Ray Liotta's talk over it. There was no stopping that. There was just no stopping that.
There's just no stopping.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. It's just the talk over why there was a bunch of talk over when which was great.
Yeah.
All right. And
Rest
my number
in peace,
one,
Ray Liotta.
Yeah.
And your number one, Brad Pitt, Burn After Reading. So this is a movie I have not seen, to be honest with you.
This movie, it's an odd movie, first of all.
Yeah.
But spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, I'm going to tell you how he gets killed.
Yeah.
He's this weird athletic guy. They work in this gym type of thing, and he's at this house and he hears someone come in, and it's he's investigating George Clooney's house, I guess. And I might be getting this wrong, but it's been a while since I watched it. But he jumps in the closet, and George Clooney hears a noise there, and he opens, and he's got a gun. And the gun goes off, shoots Brad Pitt in the head. And it's one of those ones that you just didn't know was coming.
Yeah.
These guys work together in so many movies. And
I know.
Here, George Clooney takes them out.
Yeah.
Just like boom. I'm like, wow, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
It's So
and
that's
accidental on Clooney's part, is it?
I believe so. He didn't mean to shoot him. It was just one of those. He got scared and he shot him.
Yep. Oh my God.
It was just one of those situations. It's got some good characters in there, and there's a couple of scenes in there that are very disturbing. A guy gets hit with a claw hammer in his head.
Oh God, I have to watch it. I haven't seen it. I have not seen that movie.
Yeah. Watch it, and then you could go probably on YouTube and watch the destiny of Brad Pitt in that movie. But but that's my number one, just because that one was a shocker to me. But all of them were like, the happening was just that was just.
Hey, I'm gonna have to. I saw that before. I think, now that I'm thinking about it and the way people are describing it, and you did, I think I've seen it. It's been a while.
Yeah, the plants put off this type of thing that make people,
there's
because they're mad. The plant is like it's like we're killing all these plants. So.
Like the wind kills them from trees. It's true.
They put this, like this thing that they breathe in, and it makes them want to kill themselves. Basically, they put off this. I don't know what would it be, but it's just a silent killer.
And then this again, another Christmas movie. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
It is. It is. It's
not. It takes place during Christmas, but it's not a Christmas
movie. He come out for Christmas. He went to.
So they said the word.
He went out to New York for Christmas. He went there for Christmas. It was a Christmas. They were having a Christmas party.
That's not
the whole
a Christmas
thing was based.
Movie.
It came out at Christmas. That's like saying Christmas Vacation is not a Christmas movie.
Listen, I know it is, but Jim was so insistent on it that I disagreed with him, and that was how that's how this whole thing started. It's been going on for years.
I was arguing my point against
you were, and I'm like, I totally disagree with Jim on everything. So that's
that's how it goes down.
Yeah, it's how it goes down then. So it's not a Christmas movie. How much you
okay.
You get it.
Yeah. I do get it now.
Yeah,
So,
you understand my point.
Well, Goodfellas is not a mob movie either.
No, that's right. It's not a mob.
Not. It's about camaraderie. It's about getting together with your brothers, and
it's a family movie.
It's a family movie. Yeah. It's a love story between Ray and his wife. Come on.
Correct.
That's what it's all about.
That's right.
He gets her off drugs, and
I mean, it's a success story when in the end.
It is. It's
for the narrator, for Ray's character.
Yeah.
Was.
Yeah.
Not him personally.
Him dying. That was sad. In real life.
It was sad.
Have you ever seen 8 Men Out, or not 8 Men Out? He was great in not 8 Men Out, Field of Dreams. He was great.
Field
in
of
that.
Dreams.
He was great. Shoeless Joe. So.
Yep.
Anyways, is that about it? We wrapped up.
That's about it. Listen, show notes on Monday.
So is there anybody else got any other comments about?
No,
we don't want to miss anybody.
Shut up, everyone. They were telling us, or no. You're a quick study, Rich. Yep, you are. He is. He's a quick study. Isn't that nice?
Oh, about this, yeah.
Yeah, that is. Went a Monday. So our top 5, because I promised Jim. So we'll keep that actors who nailed their roles. I really love that one. I think
that one's actually pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's a hard one. But there's a lot of good ones out there. Mondays is, and I
Al
promised
Pacino.
Oh, I mean,
in Godfather.
I mean, there's how many they nailed.
He nailed that in The Godfather. He nailed that role. Come on.
Yeah, he nailed that role. That role was meant for him.
Yes.
Monday, top 5 Major League Baseball players who are not in the Hall of Fame. MLB players not in the Hall of Fame. Okay, I promised Jim we'd do that one, and I think it's a good one. I think there's a lot.
We were talking about it yesterday, him and I.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there. And should be when you look at their stats compared to those that are in the Hall of Fame. So I would think you'd have to have the list and have your reason why you think they should be if they're not. Yeah, I think you should.
You mean how are you going to do that in the comments? Are you going to bring everybody on the show and let them talk?
If they want, they can come out anytime they want. They can give us their top 5, and then we can let them, argue back and forth.
Why? Yeah, it might be a 3-hour show like The Godfather.
That will kill Jim off the first hour. So that is Monday. We will be back regular schedule time, 10:30 Eastern time on Monday. Next Wednesday we have an interview, a real good one. We'll tell you all about that on Monday. You guys know who it is. So we have that on Wednesday, but again, Monday, Major League Baseball players not in the Hall of Fame.
And when is the Rich?
Be prepared. Good looking, Jim. I meant to say. Be prepared.
Rich, right here. Where is it at? Right here. Hey, when is the Warrior Week Wednesday night thing?
That is April 23rd at 6 p.m.
April 23rd
Eastern time. April 23rd. So,
and have you
so
announced
far,
who's going to be on?
Showell will be here. Huh? What's that?
I just wonder if you announced who was going to be on.
Yeah, it's Chance Showell and Sean Holcomb, one of the artists. Is going to be our first artist that's going to be on there. And Rich, if he wants to join in, absolutely hop on. Doesn't matter. Yeah, you got nothing to do that night. You know, hop on. More the merrier. So stay tuned for that. Excuse me, Rich. Thank you for filling in.
Absolutely,
again,
anytime
for us. You guys, you do a great job, and I know it interferes with your day and your schedule too. So we appreciate you taking the time to do that for us. It's an honor to have you here. Miss you, Jim. Glad Rich can fill in. So that's for sure.
Be safe driving home, Jim.
Yep. Please, Jim. Be safe.
All kidding aside, be safe and just get home safely.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you to everybody out there who tuned in, who commented, who supports us still. Please remember to do that on X at 2guys1coup and at the Patriots Pray on X. Like, follow, and share on Rumble, please. And again, the Warrior Shield's on X as well now. But so is Grit Gear Apparel. So is Lock and Load Coffee.
Lock and Load. Yeah,
so follow us all. You know,
I apologize. I haven't done much on there, but we're gonna soup that up. So go follow us on X, and we'll be putting things out there for discounts and things of that nature as well.
Correct.
So,
Yep.
And two guys
a sale right now, Spring 25, right?
Spring 25 gets you 2 shirts and then 1 free. So you buy 2, get 1 free. So the third one,
use coupon code Spring 25, and that's how you get that.
And that's until April 1st on that one. Buy 2 shirts, get 1 free.
1st,
I should say. Right. Well, it's been going on for a little while.
I didn't know that.
Let me say this correctly, because I say it wrong all the time. It's buy 2 shirts, get the 3rd free. So it's not buy 2, get 1 free. It's buy 2 shirts, get 1, and get the 3rd one free. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, buy 2, get 1 free. You're still buying 2.
Well,
on shirts.
No, but you're not you buy 2 shirts, get another one free. I guess I'm saying it right.
You're saying it right. Yeah, it does sound wrong in your head.
It sounded like I was saying out of 2 shirts, one of them gets buy 2 shirts.
Yeah,
and
Dad, thank you for that. WarriorShield.org, putting that up there. Appreciate it. Don't forget about Warrior Shield as well. It is Warrior Shield Wednesday. We support them, not just on Wednesdays, but every day. So please go do that. Absolutely. Rich, always a pleasure.
Yep.
Always a pleasure having you here. Jim, we'll see you Monday. We'll see everybody else Monday. Thank you again for your support. Until then, have a great weekend. Everyone be safe out there.
Absolutely.
We need you all. That's for sure. And God bless America. No doubt about it. We need it. And Rich, any last words before we get out of here?
I think we're good. I mean, if
Right.
anybody, you know, if you have disagreements with your councilman, get in touch
Get
with them
involved.
and get involved. You
Yep,
know,
yep,
that's
that's all you can
your
do.
voice is important.
Yep, it is.
They work for us. Get out there and get involved.
Yep. Yeah, you work for us, Speaker Johnson. Do
Yes,
something.
exactly.
Do something. You work for us,
Exactly.
Jim Jordan. You work for us,
Right.
Bondi. You work for us. Go
Oh,
do something.
and just so you know, tonight,
Mhm.
quickly here, tonight, my wife and I are going to see, was it Veverick? Am I saying that right? Veverick?
Vivek?
Vivek?
Ramaswamy?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go see him tonight?
Yeah, he's gonna be in Wintersville. He's gonna be here in our town at a
No.
yeah. Yeah, we're going
We
to a dinner. We're gonna have a dinner. It's like a seating of 250 people. We're going with a local company here and gonna see him and hopefully get a picture with him and
I
talk with
can't
him.
tell you how long I've been asking for him to be on the podcast. Push it for
You
us.
want me to ask him
What?
tonight?
Yeah, ask him. Says, Vivek, what are you doing?
I'm hoping he
We got a lot
stops
of
at the-
Buckeyes that watch this
I'm
show.
hoping he stops at my store. He just sees our flag hanging out and he stops in and buys a shirt. How great would that be?
It would be great. Why wouldn't he do that? You
That
should
would
go.
be cool. I mean, it's going to be at the fire station. They have a venue in the back of the fire hall here at Loco, and that's going to be where they have wedding receptions and stuff like that. So that's about the
Enjoy.
size.
Take
of
some
it.
pictures, send them to
So-
us. We'll post them and all that.
Yeah, I don't know
And
how
then-
the security will be, but I'll take whatever. If I'm allowed to bring my phone in, I'm
Just
assuming
charge the stage at him and just get him to get on the show.
Yeah, I don't know if that would work very well. I do know
Take
the
off all
police.
your clothes like they do at
I know
Dallas
all
Airport,
the police here,
you
and,
know?
and I'm friends with all the police in town. But they might
might.
say, Rich, you probably
Yeah.
shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of swatting going on out there with people,
Right,
so be
right.
careful. You don't want that
Yeah,
on you,
I don't know if he's
you know?
got. Does he? Doesn't have Secret Service. I'm assuming, does he?
No,
I
not
would-
Secret Service, but it's
No,
security
but-
detail.
well, I'm sure he
100%
has.
sure.
He has a paid security detail
Yeah,
from.
I'm certain of it. But
Yeah.
hey,
So that's
throw our
gonna
name
be
out there.
fun.
Get him
Yeah.
on. That'd be great.
If I'm
Enjoy
in
it.
a position to do that, I will.
I know that.
Okay.
I know you will. Hopefully, he stops by your store too. That would be
That'd
amazing.
be cool.
That'd be cool.
So cool. I'd be
Yeah.
videotaping that.
Enjoy that, my friend.
Yes.
Thanks again, everybody. Thank you, Rich.
Yes,
Folks,
with-
we are out here. We will see you again Monday, 10:30 Eastern time, right here on the Patriots Per Network, on X, and on Rumble. Please like, follow, and share. Talk to you soon. Bye,
All right.
Rich.
Bye.